That was verbal. Not the top end. On me. Right. Here we go. Right there. Let's go, D. Here we go. Play. Let's go. Come on, play. Time. All right? We'll rush it. We'll rush it.
One down, Fuka 1, Fuka 2. Ready?
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Let's take a play. Work. Here we go. Way to work.
Well, I have hope.
Go 9. Go 9. Something competitive. Let's go.
Sam's Club is good with it. I only get my hand from there.
Good job, Chris. Good job, Christopher.
Two down, Fuka 1, Fuka 2. Lefty.
Here we go now. Ready?
So we used to do this when we buy the boxes, like the farm cuts, and we found to do like, oh, barbecue this stuff.
Hey, all right. Yeah, hey. Make it start.
Probably $60. And yeah, I just like, you can't do it in the summer. Like, you just have to get like it's out there in the snow, like really.
Real. Battle back 9. Let's go get it.
Yeah. Yes. I don't care. It's okay. Get out there. You're fine. I'll pop a tent for you, like, you know.
All 4.
I'll pick a little bit out there. One for you, so nice and
Check it out, Christopher. You got 2 outs, bud.
Hey, here we go, guys. 2 out. Start. Come on.
This one's behind me.
Here we go, 1 start. Third ball.
Go, Chris.
Runner!
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah! Hey, be the rabbits now. Be the rabbits. Go!
Sorry.
Good girl. I know, as long as you're being a good girl.
Oh, was I muted the whole time? Arg. Well, I'm going to go back on mute because I have half a burrito to eat.
Keep quiet, talking. Do me a favor this time. First pitch. Don't square. Just go hit it.
They seem to be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Should we sit?
Or could you take this?
That's that custom grinder.
One throw.
Go. Right. Go.
I'm like, oh my god, that's a mouse! Oh, it's a dust bunny. Shit. I'm pretty much Katie. Our pest guy can't say.
Well, that wasn't a lot of fun. I muted myself the entire top of the first. On top of the first, we had 2 ground outs, Gianni to Joe. And then we had a caught stealing from Eastside down to Ricardo in the inning. What I did tell the story on was that between games, Coach Paul and the coaching staff made it very clear that while the scores of the Wednesday night games are less important to the coaching staff, the effort, the energy, the baseball matters a bunch. 61-mile-an-hour strike to Joe there, and they got nothing. In fact, the chant was, bring the Saturday Jackrabbits to the second game. And I think you saw that there at the top of the first. Joe now with a foul ball behind. That's at 65 on that pitch. Joe now in the hole with 2 strikes. Anyway, the Jackrabbits put on notice that this game specifically will impact the starting lineup for Saturday's 8 a.m. game. So I would expect that the boys who want to play will be bringing that 63 on a strike somewhere in a different zip code. So Joe with his head down, walking back to the dugout. Jorge will step in. Jorge, the final pitcher of the last game. He also, I believe, was one of the 2 runs we had last game. Swing and a miss at 65. So yeah, this Hounds pitcher's throwing hard. And from the windup, here comes the next pitch. That ball is hit to the right side. And the second baseman picks it up. He heaves it over to first, and Jorge is out by half a dozen steps. So 2 up, 2 down for the Jackrabbits. So big hitting Gianni, stepping in, swinging the high fire, put a couple balls in the outfield in game 1. I think it is safe to say that, much like Keith predicted, that ball of fire in the sky is gone for good now. As accurately predicted by science, by the way. They know, like, every day, my app knows when that ball of fire is going to come up and go down. Gianni now with the next pitch. He takes a strike, low, low, low and away. This umpire has a known proclivity for quick games, I guess would be the way to say it. He does not want to be here late, so strike zone nice and big. Gianni with a nice foul ball straight back.
Stay on deck. Help him out, all right?
1, 2.
And you needed the win.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gianni with a Nice wide stance, quick hands. We'll see if he can punch a ball into right center field here. And that curveball is high at 54. Nope. He's going to hit that ball into center field. Center fielder's on it. And he catches it. Trust me. We need some lights here. It's starting to get too dark to see. So 3 up, 3 down. Jackrabbits do no damage. Don't even get to first. And we will go to the top of the second. So this game already about 35 minutes faster than the first inning of last game. Oh, they just flipped the lights on? Oh, perfect. Look at that. I'm going to put a sweatshirt on. Keith, you'll be glad to know I brought a sweatshirt, jacket, gloves, heat things, a stocking cap or a knit cap. Although Alexa told me it was only going to get to 59 degrees, so it may be overkill. But I learned my lesson after freezing two Wednesdays in a row.
I missed lunching. I ate something. I have that.
One big coming down.
As the lights start to illuminate the field, we should get a better picture here. Except for third base, which I can't make any better than that, sorry. We have balls in coming down. Chris throwing it beyond our catcher, and then ball is whipped around. Gianni now with possession. Heads over to Chris, who had a very successful three batter inning. Reports of the shortstop not having his hat on correctly, so that's been fixed. So 12 steps in with a fresh count after his teammate was thrown out at second. Chris bounces that first pitch at 55 well in front of the plate. Perfect example of an overthrow. And just a 12, 13-year-old pitcher trying to put as much juice onto it as possible. And we are here for the second pitch. That was a beautiful curve. Had floated in really high, looked really juicy to number 12 up in his eyes, but had a nice break over the plate. So Chris recovers from that first throw in the dirt with a nice strike there. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. For those of you at home, you'll now know that Keith is within arm's reach, so I can go see the score as he keeps me informed. So there'll be less of me guessing what the count is this time around. And there's that curveball and changeup again. 54. Wow, that ball almost hit a spectator in the other field. And we got a 2-2 count now. So Chris in the driver's seat, that curveball really working for him. I'd like to see him. He can't throw it every time, but I'd like to see him just really rely on it. There it is again. And there's a ground ball to our shortstop, who's going to pick it up and throw it to first, and gets him by a step. So You like to see it. The curveball there breaking out over the outside part of the plate for a right-handed batter. If they pull a ball on the outside half of the plate, it's almost always a ground ball or a fly ball to shortstop. So really nicely executed curveball there by Chris, and a good job by the infield to gather and throw. That curveball didn't curve, so we don't want to see that anymore. But Chris was clearly feeling that pitch and was hoping to be successful with it, since his fastball is kind of vacated him here this inning. That ball's hit straight up, and Ricardo will get underneath it. And you hear him yelling, my, and he comes down with it on the right side of your screen there. He's going to whip that ball around to his infielders, and that'll come back to Chris. So this game, kind of the antithesis of the last game. We are moving, there's a pace, there's some, we're swinging at pitches, or they're swinging at pitches. And foul ball straight back. So again, the ump trying to make sure this game moves quickly. Any foul ball, he's throwing a ball out of his pocket to Chris, and then gathering it up from the catcher, whoever picks up the foul ball. That ball's low and skips across the plate. Ooh, that's a curveball that didn't curve. Makes a solid thump sound between number 3's shoulder blades there, and he will take first base, and he has earned it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be a story to tell in class tomorrow. Chris checking in to make sure he's okay. Looking for a thumbs up. We get a mutual exchange of thumbs up. Eastside taking charge, letting his infield know quite loudly where they're going with the ball. Let's see if they run on Eastside this time around. So I was muted, but Eastside threw out the runner to end the top of the first. Chris with a really beautiful 57-mile-an-hour fastball there. So there he got the juice and didn't have to overthrow it. So I'm not sure what mechanically he was doing differently there. Maybe come back and take a look at that and see if there's a difference. That ball is in the dirt. Nice slide by Eastside. So Eastside currently has the leg up in the starting catching role, partially because of his ability to stop pass balls. We saw a lot of those from Jackrabbits in the first game. A lot of the pitching, it was wild pitches as much as pass balls, but Eastside's got a little bit more better. That's what I'm looking for. Better technique in stopping those wild pitches. So Chris now set, and there's a fly ball to our second baseman, who picks it up and spins it back, and that's it. So we got 4 up for the Hounds. No damage done with runner stranded at first. Jackrabbits will bat for the bottom of the second, and we are 22 minutes in, and we're going to the bottom of the second. I like it. Teddy will lead off. Aaron, Chris, guaranteed a swing, and then Ricardo, Eastside, Javon, Jack should get up when those gentlemen get on.
Good boy! Ball!
This guy's ready for the first pitch. Cole, how long do you think he's going to last throwing like that? Isaiah. Love to see that about you.
And we got a new pitcher here for Teddy as he steps in, digs in. Last time up, he had a very tentative at-bat. Let's see if he does that. Teddy swings at a 62-mile-an-hour pitch in the dirt. It was nowhere near the zone. He had decided to swing at a fastball. So this pitcher, huge young gentleman out there on the mound, at least he appears that way, but short arms his pitch. Swing and a miss at 60 miles an hour. So Teddy just having a poor night at the plate for sure. Let's see if he can save it here. But the pitcher out there, just a short arm delivery. He could generate so much more power if he really reached back and reached forward. But Jackrabbits will need to take advantage of this. He works very quickly. Teddy swing, and that ball, it gets out there. Teddy will run to first, and that ball will be overthrown. So Teddy will be scampering into second on a strikeout. Teddy gets the second. That's embarrassing for the entire family. And I apologize on behalf of all of us that he swung at that third pitch. He got to second, sure, but I don't know if the ends justify the means there. That was, oh my goodness. So Teddy just totally not in it mentally for this game, or for this evening. So Teddy in safely at second. Aaron, who last time up struck out, but in his defense there was a giant fireball right over the pitcher's shoulder. He couldn't see it. And that ball is going to bounce. Teddy does not go. Good play by the catcher to kind of jump on top of that immediately. And that ball will be high, 61. So 44 here, thrown a little bit slower than the first inning pitcher, and not quite as accurate, but certainly still challenging our batters. The ball bounces across the plate. 3-0 now to Aaron. Aaron will have the take sign. And that was a beautiful 61 right down the middle of the plate. So Aaron now got the bat in hand, and he's going to take ball 4. And that'll leave us with first and second, nobody out. And in will step Chris. Chris been a little hot and cold this season. And that ball, nice stop by the catcher, is away. Next pitch. That's a strike at the knee, 62 on the outside corner. Oh, that ball is goes back to fence. And there'll be a play at third. Teddy will be in safe, and Aaron will trail in at second. So good heads-up play by our base runners there. So now that gets rid of the force. That ball is going to come in high at 59 miles an hour. Oh, swing and a miss, 61 on the inside corner. Chris pulling his shoulder a little bit there. And the next pitch. Strike right there, 54. He watched the strike 3. Ricardo steps in now. And that first pitch, 60, a little high above the letters. 44 finding the zone consistently here now. Jackrabbits have second and third and one down. Left a lot of runners at third in the first game. Let's see if we can change that. That ball is low and away according to the ump. So on deck is Isai. Okay, Isai could come up with the bases loaded. That ball is fouled. And fouled straight back towards the other game. Swing and a miss at strike 2. That's only 2. Catcher tagged him like it was strike 3. So Ricardo now has got to be really smart here because the pitcher's been in and around the zone but not always in the zone. And he's going to take ball outside. So full count now. Payoff pitch coming. Ricardo swings and misses at strike 3. So nice pitch there by 44. I don't know what that was, but got Ricardo going for it. So Jackrabbits continue to struggle to get that key hit to bring runners in from third. Isai now choking up on the bat a little bit. And that ball skips away, and Teddy is going to score no problem. And Aaron will jump into third, as you can see him pull in there. So got a lot of help there from 44, where the Jackrabbits can't. We were able to get through on the pass ball. So Teddy scores for the first run of the game, and first run for the Jackrabbits as well. Additionally, I believe the Jackrabbits are searching for their first hit of the game. So got one run on no hits at this point. And that ball gets away, but bounces right back to the catcher, and Aaron not going to test it. I think that was an attempt at a curveball, but the short arm made even shorter with that release, and that ball floated into the backstop. Swing and a miss. Nice 60-mile-an-hour pitch from number 44. Isai is swinging a little late. He's got to time it up here. He's got to get maybe a 2-strike approach, swing a little sooner. And he does, Nicely done. Ball's off the fence, not too far from our camera position, so you saw that. So now he's just got to turn that ball, put it in the field. But with 2 outs, he's got to get this ball through the infield. Most likely going to have to get this ball through the infield to safely score Aaron from third. Pitcher takes a little off and it goes away. And I got 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Oh, we got a full count. Okay. I guess a full count? Sure. And that ball is high and away and called strike 3, even though it wasn't. And that ends the inning. Jackrabbits leave another runner on third. And that's disappointing. Do score 1 on no hits and absolutely lack of energy as they stroll out of the dugout there. Only Gianni bringing a little bit of hop and a skip to his steps. And we'll see if the Jackrabbits are able to turn around. Very disappointing, I think, and their body language is saying it. So we'll see what our defensive setup is. Looks like Chris will be back on the mound.
Like, at least I know he was thrown inside.
Yeah, some days it comes out.
Yeah. It takes him a little while to get kind of confident in his throwing.
I think that's the rule. She's up high.
I want somebody else to
I gave him right here.
Oh!
Praying
You gotta call his mom. You gotta come get him now.
Praying that it was. No, his dad came.
Oh, good.
Keep that over there.
One thing coming down.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not the guy
And after some kind of lackadaisical play there on the warm-up at the top of the third here, we have Chris back on the mound with Eastside behind the plate. Jabrell at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge short, and Gianni in at the hot corner. In left, oh man, I can't see who's in left. Oh, Kieran, we think Kieran in left, and then it looks like Javon in center. And we hit it. Took another that one in the lower back to number 8. He's going to take the base for free. And then I think I have Aaron in right. It's very helpful that Aaron and Javon both wear very reflective sunglasses, so they can tell that's them. So unfortunately, we're going to start the inning off seeding a runner to the Hounds. A runner with a big lead at first. Even bigger, he goes on first move, and that goes off Isai with like a left rib, and he immediately grabbed it, and he's not feeling good right there. That hurt. Runner took second there, and kind of a combination of a wild pitch and indifference from Isai. He was trying to catch his breath, I think. That's ball 2 high. So Chris has been solid through 2. I don't know how much gas is left in the tank for him. Generally, these midweek games are going to test the length of our pitchers who don't get a ton of time on the weekends. So 3-0 now. So Chris, I don't believe, has thrown a strike since he's come in here in the third. And then ball 4, so the runner will take his base on 4 straight pitches. I believe, and that's going to be it. Coach Paul coming out already. He sees what I see, which is Chris is done. Form was faltering. He's out of gas. So we'll see who comes in. Chris holding on to the ball. Chris maybe trying to hold on to his spot on the mound there. He at least loved the heart in trying to make it happen. So Coach. Looks like he's having a conversation like this hand on the one hand, the other. All right, you say you got it. That's what he says. So Chris has convinced Coach that he's got more, and he gets some outs. Chris will return to the mound, and in will step number 28, a left-handed batter for Chris. He did struggle with a left-handed batter earlier in the game, so we'll see how confident he feels. The runner at second with a very big lead. Jorge holding him on. And a 54-mile-an-hour ball hit straight back. And that ball is in the dirt. Runner at second with a really big secondary lead. I'd love to see Chris give him a little attention, or a snap throw to third. Now hear me out, this is a little crazy, but a snap throw to third, you throw the ball in front of the runner, it will almost certainly freeze him. He'll have no idea what to do. And if he's frozen 30 feet off, you can run him back. You throw the ball back to Ricardo, who'd cover in second. You get him on a tag, just to hold him close. But that would be some very advanced baseball, and I don't know if we've ever practiced that. Swing and a miss. There we go. Chris back in the zone. And 2-2. Let's see if we can get a ground ball here, maybe get a double play. That would be some really good baseball for us as well. Ground ball to third, step on the base, throw to first. A little bunt-like thing, and we'll get a throw to first. And that ball goes off the glove of our first baseman. That will score a run. And may score 2. And the ball goes nowhere. And ladies and gentlemen, we scored 2 on a bunt. Not a lot of talk from the infield. We had a lot of parents yelling what was going on, but not a lot of talk from the infield about where that ball needed to go once Ricardo got it. Ricardo holds on to it, keeps the runner at first. So, yeah, 2 runs on a bunt. There you go. Have you been paying attention to Jackrabbits baseball midweek? That won't surprise you at all. But if I'm coach, I'm taking notes about what just happened there, and seeing who was bringing the effort to play and who wasn't. Next pitch, runner's going, and that's a strike. The throw is online but behind, or not in time, excuse me, online but not in time for the runner at second. And Ricardo holding the runner on, but Chris giving no look. That ball is hit right to Ricardo, or to Jorge, who does throw and get the runner at first. As much, we get 1 down. Can you see third? You can't really. I should need to go to that for the shortstop. Sorry. So runner now on third. The Jackrabbits have 1 down, so that's helpful. 2 more needed this inning to strand that runner at third. Let's see if we can do it. And a ground ball down the left field line. That will score at least 1. We'll probably have a throw into second. And Gianni grumpy with himself for letting the ball get underneath his glove, but I'm not sure. That was hard hit. That's going to happen. So Chris, who struggled to find the strike zone, is now back in it with after coach's mound visit, but Hounds hitting the ball where we ain't really, or we're making errors and not talking, so another run across the board. That was a beautiful strike. Beautiful strike. It's a whole midlife crisis. It's amazing. 4 cameras, we got internet in a box, it's a lot of fun, but it's also way overkill for 13-year-old baseball. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I met a guy, look, I even have on-air signs. That's how over the top this is. All right, Chris now with a 1-1 count, 1 down. He's got a runner on first. That runner does not go anywhere. Swing at a ball in the inside corner, number 13. So Chris now in the driver's seat for the first time all inning with 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the runner on first has shown like he's stealing, but hasn't gone yet. Now he's going. And we get a little ground ball to Chris, who's going to throw the ball easily to first. And it's effectively a bunt. That's 2 down. That's 2. And Chris and Isai confused about how many outs there were, so they were looked like they were trying to walk off the field, but they don't get to do that. They need 1 more. So effectively, that was a bunt. It would go down, unfortunately, because he didn't get into the bunt position. Probably scored as a out on that swing. But nonetheless, it has the same effect of a bunt, which is moving the runner down to second. And you can see him taking a pretty decent-sized lead there off second base over Chris's shoulder. And Jorge keeps trying to keep him close. And 2 balls now. Chris working a little faster than I think he would like to, given his druthers, but really just, I think trying to power through. There's a strike on the inside corner, and try to finish this inning out and get 3 innings in of good baseball, honestly. His walks have come around to score, and that hurts him a little bit, but he has been in and around the plate the whole time. That ball comes straight back off the fence. We got a 2-2 count with 2 down now, so this is the pitch that Chris really needs to make here. He could throw that curveball now to a left-hander. That curveball is going to start away and break over the plate, so if he's feeling the fastball, that's what I'd like to see here, but let's see what he's doing. He does throw that curveball. It doesn't really break over the plate, so now we go 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Runner on second will be going on contact, but not going on the pitch, and Chris has to just level up a fastball here. That ball is high, and he's going to give that batter a free pass. With Coach Paul already coming out once this inning, he can't go out again unless he plans to remove Chris. So we'll see if there's no movement in the Jackrabbits dugout. So Chris is going to be facing this batter as well. And that ball skips away. And everybody's going to take a free base. So runners now at second and third. That gets rid of the force play at any base, and so they have to play the ball to first now. Set. And now we have a throw over. Runner's dirty, but back in plenty of time. And for you Jackrabbits fans, or sorry, for you Rockies fans, looks like they're going to lose 5-0 to the Padres, or are losing 5-0 to the Padres. That they're going to lose is obvious, but we just don't know the final score. 3-1 now. That ball makes the... Oh, well, we're going to have a hit batter. Number 12 took that, looks like off the shin or off the calf of his front foot. Hopefully he's okay. He's running down to first like it's not a problem. So Chris now with a score, not a score, that's actually 20, but with a, 3 hits batsman. So play at any base. The ball was high. And number 19 looking very ready to swing. So hopefully the outfield is ready. Chris laboring here. 54 outside. See a little bit of speed coming off his fastball. He was up in the upper 50s here when he started in the first inning. You can just put the ball on. Oh, we got to step off, and looks like we're going to reset on the pitch call there. Chris didn't like whatever he got called. Here it comes, and we get to play at third. Not a whole lot of action over there, and the ball returns to Chris's hands. Two balls and no strikes. Swing! And that ball goes into left field, and the left fielder is going to pick it up, and he's going to throw it home. It's offline. It gets through all the way to the backstop. And we end up with everybody moving 80 feet and another run scoring, so that makes it 4-0. 4-1, excuse me, 4-1. Thank you, Keith. To the Hounds. Prior to this game, the Hounds were a 500 ball club, so they are climbing out of that, out of their season record. I'd have to go back and look, but it's something like it was like 12, 10, and 2 ties. So But obviously with the shellacking in the first game, that gives them another victory. And tonight they are running the bases and taking pitches and doing what it needs to do to put up a bunch of runs here in the top of the third. And that ball is corked way down the left field line and foul. Sorry, I don't have much of the foul line down there. So a 300-foot strike for the Hounds. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Again, runners will be going on contact, but not on pitch because there's not a force play. There is an open spot at first, but I think for everybody's sake, we'd love to see Chris make number 19 put the ball in play or swing and miss. Hopefully our left fielder learns something there. Takes a few steps back. And there's a ground ball foul into the Jackrabbits dugout of all things. Kind of a seeing eye ground ball, if you will. No Jackrabbits were hurt in the ground ball in the dugout. So 19 swinging and fouls another one off. And that one. And umpire again loves a fast game, wants balls, even though they're not official game balls. So filling up his ball bag, so we don't have any delays here on these games. But did miss the roll, didn't stay down on the roll into him, rolled the backstop. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Number 19 just doing an amazing job of fighting Chris off. Statistically, the longer you're in the batter's box, the better chance you're likely to get a hit as you start to see all the pitches from the pitcher. And honestly, throwing a small ball into a relatively small strike zone over and over and over again is a very hard task. Swing and a miss. And we'll have to have a play at first to prove it. And we get him. He's out. Barely, but he's out. And that will end the inning, not before the Hounds do quite a bit of damage, putting 4 across. We will see Javon, Jack, Isaiah, Kieran, and Jabrell, and then we'll flip the lineup over once those 5 gentlemen bat here in the bottom of the third.
Hey! Not good. What? They get 4 there? Not good. It's early.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we had balls in and coming down. The Hounds are whipping the ball around back to their pitcher. And I would point out that if you don't like the silence between innings, we'd be more than happy to have some sponsorship messages there. If folks want to just offer some sponsorship, we'd be happy to promo you there. Javon steps in, and he hits that ball into right center. That's going to drop. What a really pretty hit. He's going to take a nice wide round to first, but he's going to stay in there. So first hit of the game for the Jackrabbits, and it was earned, ladies and gentlemen. That was not a little weak hit. That was a good stroke from Javon. So in steps Jack. Jack has the task here of now getting his teammate over. Javon might also have the steal signings quick, very quick. Star point guard at his middle school, star running back at his middle school, so, not afraid to go. That ball is high. That is really nicely done. Pitch out. The ball was there in time. Shortstop misses the ball, and it bounces through to the second baseman. So Javon needs to call timeout here before he stands up. And he is up safely, and he's in at second. So that first pitch was a ball, right? It was a kind of a pitch out? Yeah. So Jack now, can he keep all the extra movement to a minimum and focus on generating that into power? And that ball is high, and 62, looks like, on my gun. I think that's number 99 out on the mound there. Jack swings and misses at a 59-mile-an-hour pitch, kind of up and in. Javon taking a huge lead at second, pulling his shortstop over, making the shortstop come over, hold him on. And we get a foul ball that I think went off the glove of the catcher, then way up off the backstop. So Jack, as you know, one of our emotional players, and I think the heart's beating a mile a minute when he's up there right now. He put a lot of pressure on himself to get a lot of hits early, which actually was counterproductive. And Jack hits one off to the side, and it's going to be foul. So that was a nice little punch there to keep alive.
Hey, Jack, got a load earlier, right? You're a little late, but I like that approach. Stretch out and strike approach.
The pitcher comes set. Swing and a miss at a pitch in his eyes for strike three, and down goes Jack for the first out of the inning. Isaiah steps in now, and then Kieran should be getting into the on-deck circle. There we go. Isaiah's so ready to swing. In there, maybe too early, maybe too cocked in a little early. Let's see. I was completely wrong. That ball gets through. That was a good play by the shortstop. We're going to have a play at home. And we're safe at home. Jackrabbits score for the second Jackrabbits run of the game. That was excellent effort by Javon. If it's all about heart and effort, Javon has earned himself a place on the Saturday starting roster, I think, with a solid hit, excellent steal. Read the coach's, read the line drive out to short well, and then followed his coach's direction to run home and score. Isaiah now will have a decent-sized lead off of first, and we'll see if they do that kind of pitch out again. And he goes a really late jump, and if that throws on line, then he's probably safe. We're going to have a real close play at third. Oh, and wow. So a late jump by Isaiah on that ball that gets through, but Isaiah does safely get into third. So now we have Kieran with a chance to plate a runner here with any ball that he hits. Nice 52-mile-an-hour changeup, I think that was, from number 99. So as long as, with only one down, as long as Kieran puts the ball in play, probably beyond the pitcher, Isaiah will be scoring. Big grunt and a 64-mile-an-hour pitch for number 99. Trying to throw it past Kieran, but that ball was low and away. Kieran wasn't tempted. Ground ball.
Go, 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 go!
And they're going to call him out, I guess, on... well, yeah. Kieran acted like it hit him. None of the other umps thought it did, so Kieran will be out on a, I don't know, 3 foot, I don't know. That, anyway, it is what it is. It's what ump said, and if you hit the foul ball off you, you got to act like it comes off you and really sell it. So, with that, Jabrell steps in. That'll be the bottom of the order here, and Joe will step in. Jabrell was swinging way early, so Jabrell putting a lot of pressure on himself to get hits, and that's led him to be swinging a little early and kind of swinging when there wasn't a strike. So good take there on a 65-mile-an-hour fastball high. Jackrabbits with another runner on third that needs to come home. Has been an anemic response from the batters when runners have been on third all night long. There's a strike, 60 on the outside corner. Jabrell just get a strike, or just get a good swing here. So Jabrell with the hype fire in hand will be looking for the next pitch. Swing and a miss at a nice pitch on the outside corner. That looks like maybe it was a cutter even. It's 60 miles an hour. So Jabrell strikes out, leaving another Jackrabbit on third, as we've done, I think, in every inning all night long. Jackrabbits are able to plate one on the single from Isaiah, scoring Javon. And now they will take the field in the top of the fourth. So this game is at least moving along quicker. We're only an hour in, and we're 4 innings in. So moving a little bit quicker here through the night. So didn't we start at 7:30? About 7:35. So yeah, about an hour in. Is Jorge going to pitch, or is he just? Oh no, Jorge stepping on the mound. So we will have a new pitcher here in the 4th inning. We'll go through the defensive alignment in just a second after I get a little drink of water. And balls are in, coming down. We got Jorge on the mound. You might remember Jorge from such earlier hits as Game 1, Inning 3. And behind the plate, looks like we switched out to Kieran. Joe at first, Chris at second, Ricardo at short, and Gianni at third. First pitch is right to Jorge, who then throws it to first for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. You love to see that. Good job by the Jackrabbits there. And a good job by Ricardo to pick it up and throw. In left, Jabril maybe in left. In center, we've got Jack because his glove's on the other hand, and Teddy in right. Jorge now comes set. Sorry, he doesn't come set. He comes with a windup. Strike 1. Jorge popped that glove at 61. Look at him go. Look at him go. Next pitch. That ball is corked into left field, and that is a fair ball, and we'll get into the corner a little bit. They're going to throw the ball in for a very long single, so excellent pickup. Who is it? Who is that? Javon in left? I apologize. So excellent job by Javon in left. It wasn't Jabril to pick that up and get that ball in. So 250-foot single for the runner on first. Runner's not ish going, kind of going. Very aggressive secondary. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, Jackrabbits are on for a tournament this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but Mother Nature, she appears to be promising a lot of rain, so unsure if we will be playing or not. Make sure you subscribe and like the bell, but Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a lot of chances of storms, and then it's almost certainly on Sunday. So a ground ball right to third base, and we have a play at second, and we have a play at first. And he's safe at first, but they get the lead runner, and so we've got the runner over there on first still, and they tried a little hidden ball trick there. Joe signaling to Jorge they want to do the hidden ball trick, and with that, the Jackrabbits now have 2 down. Really good top of the fourth so far. Again, Jorge not fooling anybody. He's going to throw the ball like a dart. 55, even though Ump was kind of ducking out of the way there. Just going to throw a dart like he's a shortstop, throwing pitches from the deep part of the ballpark. Runner goes nowhere. Good pickup by Kieran. So Kieran being treated a little bit better by Jorge than he was in the first inning by his pitchers there. Jorge keeping the ball up and not bouncing a lot of balls. Foul ball off off the glove of Kieran from 28. Now Jorge definitely in the driver's seat. If he has a secondary pitch, which he's kind of thrown some sort of change curvy thing a couple of times, this is where you do it with 1 ball and 2 strikes and 2 down. Runner on first. Runner is going. That ball is fouled away, and Eugene's going to pick that up for us. Oh, he's not actually. Oh, he is. I'm confused. It's right in Eugene's neighborhood. He should go pick that up. All right, Jorge now rubbing a new wrinkle in the ball, trying to see if he can get a better grip on it. Runner at first is going. That was a curveball. There's no chance that we're going to get him on the run he had, or the lead he had, in addition to the fact that was a very slow curveball. So nothing Kieran could do there. The runner will take second on the throw. Jackrabbits just need the 1 out now, 2-2 count. So that was the curveball I thought we might see. It just didn't break or do much. Also to a left-hander, it's not going to be all that convincing. Swing and a miss, and that's it. So Jorge, with a strikeout in the inning, probably threw about 15, 18 pitches there, and we will start at the top of the order. So you'll see Joe, Jorge, and Gianni. When those gentlemen get on, Teddy, Aaron, Chris, and Ricardo should also see the pitcher here at the bottom of the fourth. Jackrabbits down 4-2. This is a much more enjoyable game than the 5:30 game, but I have 8:39. You're about an hour in. I'm not the official timekeeper, though. We're also in the bottom of the fourth. Yep. And we'll see if it's the same pitcher or a new one, number 19. We have 19 or 99 last time.
New pitcher. Hey, new pitcher.
Most of the same. It's big, huh? Watch throw! Hold on, Joe. Hold on. Game time. Game time. Go, Joe. Come on, Joseph. Start us off here.
Joe, who has traditionally tried to take as many pitches as he can, to see as many pitches as he can from the batters, is unfortunately seeing a lot more strikeouts this year. As the pitchers have gotten better, it can start with 1 or 2 strikes and starts in a hole. So we're looking at him starting to swing a little bit sooner. The fake bunt is going out of the repertoire. So we'll see what Joe can do here as he leads off. And that ball's bounced across at 61 miles an hour. So for those of you at home waiting a jackrabbit or waiting a loved one who will be transporting a jackrabbit, I have every reason to believe that this ump is going to want us get us done no later than 9:30. Oh, nice shot to the right side, and Joe will take first base. So exactly what a leadoff batter should do. He gets on with a nice single through the right side. Also, just a shout out to my wife. I can see our car parked in right center field, and I just been trying to figure out if the alarm would work, and it does from 325 feet away. So we can be more judicious in the parking lots, I guess, apparently, because it's a lot further than I thought. Joe now with the lead. That ball bounces up into the chest of the catcher, and Joe will easily take second on a no throw. And Jorge also takes ball 1, so good pitch for the Jackrabbits there. And the next pitch, there might have been a balk there actually. It was a weird start and kind of pause by number 19 with his front foot. Jorge takes a strike on that. Swing and a miss at a tailing fastball. I do think number 19 has some sort of cutter, whether it's a natural cutter or whether it's just a part of the arm action. His ball does at times. I'm sorry, I don't know what the ump's calling. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now, whatever that was. I'm not sure what we're doing there. And Jorge with a shot right to the second baseman. He's going to get the ball over to first for an out, but that will move the runner over to third. So the current graveyard for Jackrabbits runners there on over at third, but Gianni, I think our RBI leader on the team now, is up to bat. Gianni would like nothing better than a 63-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. Oh, Gianni takes it off the arm. So also our hit by pitch leader, if anybody's interested. So Teddy, who has had a horrendous night at the plate, though he did have a strikeout that turned into a double in his first at bat, he now has the chance here for once Gianni steals, I think, to pick up 2 when we get 2 runners in scoring position. So let's see if Gianni does have the steal sign. Teddy would have the take sign then with only 1 down. Oh no, Teddy with a deep shot into left center, and it gets down. It's going to score 1, and Gianni had to stop, and so that ball goes into nowhere. So Teddy with a beautiful swing, and man, I wish he could do that more often. But that was such a pretty swing. Almost redeeming the swing with the strikeout. So I guess Gianni obviously Gianni did not have the steal sign there as Teddy was swinging on first pitch fastball. Let's see if Aaron gets it. Aaron, who I believe only has 1 hit tonight, for the boy batting 500, he's a little off his mark. Oh, we got phantom voices out here. It sounded like someone was yelling Aaron's name. That was weird. All right, first and second. And Aaron hits that ball into right field. And that ball's going to drop. And everybody's going to move up 80 feet. And a good throw by the right fielder to get that into his cutoff man. So Jackrabbits threatening in a way they have not threatened all night. Game 1 or game 2. Bases loaded. Chris steps in. And on the on-deck circle will be Ricardo.
On the ground, you gotta move. On the ground, you're moving.
And swinging a foul on a 60-mile-an-hour pitch there.
Sit back, straighten that out, 9.
We got her on deck coming. We got her on deck coming. Christopher. Close the door, right?
So Chris is 0 for 1 in this game, and in the previous game, I feel like Chris got a single. He was 0 for 2, so he's due for sure here. There it is, a ground ball to third. Third baseman will step on third, and he will throw to first. That ball gets away. Everybody's going to advance. We're going to see who comes in. Teddy comes in. And Aaron is hoofing it. And we're going to have a play at third, I think. No, that is not there. So a fielder's choice for an out does end up scoring 2. And on the overthrow, we will have Chris at third. So you got to keep this moving. Jackrabbits now with the lead for the first time all night here in the bottom of the 4th on a 5-4. Ricardo looking for the sign. There's not much they're going to do. They're not going to do a safety squeeze here. So Ricardo is now just giving the swing away sign. Pitcher confirming there are 2 outs, as there are 2 outs. And Ricardo with a ground ball to third again. That ball gets underneath the glove of the third baseman. Ricardo will take first. And that's an RBI on that single. We now have a 6-4 lead for the Jackrabbits. And in steps 16. So that's going to be Isai. And then Javon in the on-deck circle. I can see the 99. Let's see what play we've got for Ricardo. Ricardo's got average speed. But there's 2 down, so do you want to put the run on where you could potentially make your third out at second, or do you wait for Isai to get a swing in here? And there's no steal on. Isai takes strike 1.
Hey, Isai, go get one. Go get one right here. Go 1-6. Hey, Isai. Go hit the ball.
And then we do have the run on, or the steal on. And Ricardo in there safely, head first. Lots of chance of ball from the dugout. Isai now with a 1-1 count. And the next pitch is going to be in the dirt. Excellent stop by the catcher. Keep the ball in front of him, and Ricardo at second. Oh, beautiful. That ball is hit into center field, but the center fielder is right underneath it, and he's going to come down with the ball for the third out of the inning. Isai, frustrated, I'm sure, that he didn't put that ball in play, or land that ball, but that was a beautiful swing. And with that, the Jackrabbits will finish out the bottom of the fourth, but not before taking the lead 6-4 for your Jackrabbits, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Jorge comes to the mound again, and we'll go through the defensive lineup in just a little bit.
No, Gianni scores. Gianni was on third. Teddy's out. Christopher was on the bases loaded. Yes. He scored 2. Yes, but Teddy doesn't score. Teddy's a force out. So what's the score? 6-4. 6-4.
Need a little help from my resident scorekeeper or rule keeper. Mark, are we at 6? AYL is at 6 innings or 7 innings? Can you text me and let me know? Because we are currently on pace, if the Jackrabbits are ahead, to go all 6 innings, I think. So, anyway, that's would love to know if anybody knows that AYL is 6 or 7 innings.
Shut up for a second. I can all up. Let's don't look at your kids. Aaron didn't get it wrong.
And we're just doing the math here. We got about 30 minutes left in the game. Kids are ready. Pump is just finishing up his Gatorade, and he's going to move on behind the plate. So 30 minutes about left in the time of the game, excuse me. At this pace, I do think we will get into the 6th inning. But of course, that implies that the Jackrabbits are able to get the Hounds out quickly, and the Hounds are able to get the Jackrabbits out quickly. There's a strike from Jorge on the inside corner. That one registered at 51. I don't know if that was right or not. Maybe that was the curveball. And a ground ball right to our shortstop. Oh no, underneath our shortstop's glove. And that's the kind of thing that extends innings, ladies and gentlemen. That should have been a 6-3 put out. Instead, we're going to get the runner on at first.
You can take him to Mexico. Go ahead. He's already going to both.
And number 4 will step in with a runner on first.
Hey, roll it up.
So Jackrabbits now got to think about turning 2, because Jorge is definitely going to throw a strike, and almost certainly going to end up with a ground ball here, because he's been keeping the ball down low. Very hard to elevate a pitch that's at your knees. What was that, Garrett?
Defense first, huh?
Steph, what you need, right-handed batter. Get right here.
So Jorge now in the driver's seat here.
Runner!
And that ball is hit up to center field. And Jack's going to catch it and get the ball over to 1, but not in time. So good heads-up play by Jack. Jack was able to catch that without jumping onto the ground or leaping or falling in any way. By staying on his feet, he's able to make that throw to first. The runner did get back in time, but good baseball all around by the Jackrabbits and the Hounds runner there. So 1 down and a runner on first, and super inconveniently a light in center field from one of the headlights of a car was just kind of idling out there. I don't know, it's right behind the picture, but it's quite distracting. Runner's going.
Good job, Kieran!
Oh, and the ball skips away. Kieran's throw was in time. That was a really good throw. Ball skipped away, and runner will now take second on a bang play.
Hey, Kieran. First off.
A giggle from Coach Paul about that throw, it looks like. Chris out at second doing a little bit of gardening. Swing and a miss. Late decision by the Hounds, who missed on a 56-mile-an-hour fastball there. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out with a runner on second. Swing and a miss. 57 or 51, I couldn't see. It's getting dark where my camera's at. And we do have Joe at first, Chris at second, Ricardo at short, and Gianni at third as we had last inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Let me go see. That one was 58, so there you go. In right, I think we've got right Jabrell looks like, in center we got Jack, and then left either Isai or Javon. Looks like Javon maybe. And everybody's switching over for the left-handed batter here, so look for a ground ball to Chris. And that ball, nice stop by Kieran. If everybody's kind of swinging to type, if you will, we'll have, we should see a ground ball here to the right side. And that ball's outside.
Hey, that's a good spot to miss, T3.
So key for Jorge here is to not lose this batter, but instead come challenge him, see if we can't get this third out. That ball is low and away, so 3-0. First is open. Jorge has probably our best baseball intelligence of the team. So does he just lose him? He does. He just sends him down to first. And coach coming out to have a conversation about that. We get time and he's on his way. So Keith, batting cleanup here, did look up the rules, and we placed 6 innings, or an hour 45. So I think we could see our first 6-inning game of the season here if the Jackrabbits are able to get an out right here. Otherwise, this game starts to linger a little bit longer, and if we have a good rally in the bottom, we'll end up running out of time as well. But all of that is for naught if we can't get a third out here. I do have to say that whatever Coach mentioned to the kids about, I want the Saturday Jackrabbits, not these Wednesday Jackrabbits. We have definitely seen a tale of 2 teams here. The boys looking much stronger, much better. 58, outside corner, the right-handed batter here, number 12. So that first game, I don't know what that was, and no one really needs to ever talk about that first game again. But the second game, we've definitely seen Jackrabbits competing and bringing desire to win. That ball hits into right center. It looks like it's going to drop. And Jabrell picks it up and gets it in. And they're going to get 1 run across. Runners will stay at first and second on a really solid swing by I think it was number 12. So number 19, the pitcher steps in. It is a 6-5 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting a little close.
Defense.
So again, Jorge in there just to throw strikes. He's not going to fool anybody. Number 19 helps us out by leaning down there. I think if he stands tall, that's probably a ball low. But he kind of sold it, unfortunately, against his own outcome for... Ooh, swing and a miss on a beautiful curve. 19 decides way too late that he's going to swing at that and got fooled and then tried to recover. So Jorge now really in the driver's seat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No more damage done. Hounds do scratch 1 across in the Top of the fifth, that takes us to the bottom of the fifth. Jackrabbits will bring Javon, Jack, Isaiah, Kieran, and Jabrell to the batter's box, and if all those gentlemen get on, we will flip it over to the top of the order. But as we go to the bottom of 5, 6'5" Jackrabbits, a chill starting to descend upon the audience here. I wouldn't be surprised if one or two of the kids start putting their sweatshirts on. But I think we will be out of here by 9:30 and home by 10 for most of us, ladies and gentlemen. So much better than last week where we hardly got out of here before 10. So new pitcher for the Hounds, and so our boys need to pay attention and make sure they're timed up on him. He comes in, first pitch is a beautiful strike down the middle, 57. So I think number 4 already pitched in game 1, so they have seen him.
To bring me some tacos.
Just not this game. Yeah, we've definitely seen him. He throws nice BBs, 57, 56, in and around the plate.
You said you were bringing them, bring them.
You're expecting a strike and you're going to attack a strike. No, if you were like 1 second earlier. Hey, go!
So Javon will step in here at the bottom of 5. And he takes that first pitch high. Javon, who had the first hit of this game, a nice stroke into right center. Hopefully he can replicate that again and get on and put that speed to work. Javon takes that ball inside. He looked back to the ump like, I'm not sure that was a ball. I think that was a ball. Can we call that a ball? And he got the call. Javon ready for the next pitch. Oh, just a little behind that, gets underneath it, foul ball off to the right side. But man.
Feel it, pull your back, remember?
All right, Mark. We did get the confirmation that it is 6 innings, but I appreciate you tuning in and looking that up. Ooh, foul ball off of ump.
Hey, Blue, you good?
You all right, Blue?
Ump giving some thumbs up to people, so he's okay. And Coach Nick just pulling Javon down for no reason whatsoever other than to give the umpire a little bit more time to breathe and shake that off. So we have just crossed what I think is the hour 30 mark in this game. So one of two things happen here. Jackrabbits rally for 15 more minutes, and this ump will call it the exact moment that goes off, in which case that would end the game. Or we'll go into a 6th inning, but the Jackrabbits will guarantee. And we'll have a drop third strike and a throw down to first. Nicely done by the catcher and the first baseman, and Javon on a strikeout for first out of the inning. If the Jackrabbits don't rally and use 15 minutes, we will then go into the 6th, where the Jackrabbits will, if they can shut down the Hounds, that would end the game, or they would get a final at bat. So potentially 15 minutes more of baseball or 40 minutes of baseball. We shall see. And that ball bounces in for ball 1.
Let's go, Jack. I don't respect your power, kid.
Let's go, Jack.
Jack did a really good job of stopping all the extra movement there, and he was really ready to go.
Come on, 6.
Let's see. If he can do it again here, really slow down the movement, and there. That ball's hit straight up, and that's going to be by the catcher. Great catch by the catcher in his mitt on it and grabbed it. Top-notch play by catcher for 2 down now. Not exactly how I envisioned this inning going. So Isaiah with nobody on will step in. And he put good aluminum on a pitch last at bat. And he's going to need to do it again here. Ooh, he lays off a 57-mile-an-hour pitch in the eyes. So good discipline there by Isaiah. Isaiah of old probably would have whacked at that this time. A little bit tighter zone. Swing and a miss. 56-mile-an-hour pitch right there. So again, number 4, kind of the equivalent of our Jorge. He's not going to fool you with a great repertoire of pitches, but he throws hard and he throws it right over the plate, and you got to put the ball in play. That was a nice pitch, 51, so that's probably a breaking ball or a changeup. Isaiah now down 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball's high. Whew. Took some courage to lay off that. Swing and a miss. So 3 up, 3 down with the Jackrabbits. Phenomenal inning for the Hounds, especially number 4 there. We go to the 6th. This will be all by rules. We play 6 or an hour 45. Jackrabbits can get 3 outs without giving up a run. That will end the game. If they unfortunately have to give up a run, we would go to the bottom. So a little bit of tension here in game 2, which is great because game 1 had no tension. So we'll take it, keeping everybody engaged. And it's not nearly as cold as it was last week, so it's not as much of a bother for those of us who are here. Looks like, yeah, Keith would like you to know this is nothing. That Mike's a big wuss. Wow, I had the picture in a picture on the entire top of that inning. All right, we have Jorge back on the mound. We have Jorge back on the mound, so we'll go through our defensive setup here in just a little bit. So one of the games must have finished, yeah. I can see a bunch of cars leaving the parking lot, so one of the 3 games must have finished.
Lock your hat in. You got your bobby pin?
So with that, we now have Kieran throwing the ball down, but kind of a ways off the base. Jorge, of course, is returning to the mound, as I mentioned. That'll put Joe at first, and that'll put, I believe Chris will continue to be at second because Ricardo is at short, Gianni at third. In right, Isaiah? No? Who's out there? Who stands like that? Who's in right? Okay. Hey, is that Jabrell in right? I don't know. In center, we've got Jack, and in left, I don't know, I can't see. First pitch from Jorge. It's a ball. What? Jabrell in right, and then who's in left? Javon in left, thank you. So, Jack center, I got that, because he's got the glove on the wrong hand. And there's a ground ball to third and through. Javon will pick that up and toss that ball back in. Ump did check with us about the score and the inning. Let him know that 3 outs and we can all go home. So he's clued in. I think it's the field ump that is keeping track of the official time. So the tying run now on first. And a foul ball on a bunt. So good heads up play. Kieran was ready.
Gotta go that way. Angle 1 here. Get us an out.
So will Jackrabbits trade a base for an out? My guess is yes. But it's going to be crucial that they make that throw. The adrenaline doesn't go pumping and you don't throw the ball far into right field. Ball low.
Carter, you got third on bunt, right? Johnny's crashing.
The ball's high, pops the glove, but high. Number 8 here, getting a new sign. 2 balls and 1 strike. You could still put the bunt on, but it would be unlikely. I think you're going to have him swing away here. And you are having him swing away through the right side. That ball getting to, to Chris, and he'll swoop it up and throw the ball to Joe for the out. So 1 down. It ends up being effectively a bunt on the ground ball to the right. So good scoop by Chris, and good play by Joe there to get that confirmed out. Now the runner on second. Now the runners have been taking big leads off a second. Let's see if Jorge is going to try to keep him close. Great stomp by Kieran that does keep him close. So the tying run now in scoring position with only 1 down. What Jorge needs here more than anything else is either a very routine infield pop-up or a strikeout. That is a very, 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 very far foul ball. And nobody's playing on that field anymore, so hopefully someone will go retrieve that. And that ball is away. Also a very robust game of red light, green light being played by the siblings behind us. That always ends well. No one ever disagrees about whether they were moving or not. Nice stop by Kieran. Kieran paying attention to the runner at second. So 3-1 now. Jorge's got to bring something. Ball 4. So now the winning run. Well, I guess it would be the go-ahead run because they're the visitor. Now at first. So let's see if we get a ready for double play depth here. And then we've got, looks like nobody warming up for the Jackrabbits. So this is Jorge's inning. The left-hander steps in, face Jorge. Kieran blocks that there in the dirt. I don't know if Jorge's he's starting to short arm it even more than he normally does. So I don't know if he's getting tired, stress is getting to him, or the tension's getting to him. But he is not stretching and throwing. Jorge with a little extra time there to gather his thoughts. Gets a strike out of that.
Hey, Jorge.
And that ball was popped up right to our shortstop, who will come underneath it. We also had a ground infield fly. As such, the runner with the batter was out anyway, because had Ricardo dropped the ball, they could have easily turned they picked up the ball, thrown it to third, and gotten a force, and then thrown it to second to get a force for double play. So that's why the batter was out automatically anyway. So huge 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Jorge throws first pitch, and it is fouled out of play. So number 27 now. Stepping back in, Jorge climbing the mound. Find a little extra grip in that ball. Let's see if he rips off a curveball here. I'd love to see that. And he does. Beautiful pitch. 27 just steps out and takes a deep breath. Nothing he could have done with that. That ball was a beautiful, beautiful curve. So no balls, 2 strikes and 2 down. Now, traditionally you would follow up the fastball here. I'd love to see a curveball again. That fastball is high. So that was trying to get 27 to go chasing. Can't do anything with a pitch up there, even if you make contact. So it's a good pitch, but I think that curveball, I'd throw it again. He does, and it breaks way outside the zone. Now with 2-2 count, Jorge's got to bring that fastball back. Calls from some of the moms. They're like, let's get this done and get out of here. Let's see how this goes. We have runners going, and a ground ball through the left side, and that will score the tying run. So nice swing by number 27, good run by number 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie ball game. We will be going to the bottom of this inning. So now we got 2 outs and 2 runners on. Jorge thought he had that kid. Now he's got to mentally adjust and come back. And he faces number 4 here. Number 4 very ready to take some swings. That curveball doesn't break well enough for ball 1. Next pitch. And that ball's popped up. We'll go into center. Jack dives. He drops the ball, or I think it lands before he catches it. He gets the ball in, and that ball gets thrown away over to first. The runner will score. And that's 2 in. That's shenanigans. That's man. So we had everybody back to kind of avoid the double, and that ball just drops in. It was a nicely hit ball, but then rather than getting the ball into the cutoff man, we threw it away as first. So that adds up to an extra insurance run for the Hounds. So they were not going to go lightly into the night. And that ball skips away. Runner will easily take second. Well, all of you Jackrabbits family members are expecting to see your kiddos before 10. We're probably going to be after 10 at this point. I'm not sure why you would bunt with 2 down, but there we go. Here with the throw, and that ends the inning, but not before a ton of damage done by the Hounds. 3 runs across, they now have a 2-run lead, well, we got to score. It's either 3 outs or 3 runs, right? So Kieran, Jabrell, we'll flip it over, and we'll see Joe at the top of the order. If we're going to score 3 runs, we're basically going to see everybody. Right? No, it wouldn't be right. Score 3 runs, we'd have to see at least 5 batters probably. So we'll see what we get here from the heart from our team or not. How am I doing on battery? We're fine on battery. So Kieran steps in. He has one job: get on base. However he gets on base, he's got to get on base. I can't score 3 runs if you don't have runners on. So he's got to take a walk, belt one into the outfield, or take one off the backside. He'll do what he needs to do. Pitcher here, new pitcher, number 12. During warm-ups, was throwing low 60s in and around the plate most of the time. We'll see if accuracy improves once there's a batter in there. That was a nice 64-mile-an-hour fastball right down Colfax. Kieran needs to be back in the box, loading early, and maybe even a 2-strike approach. And that ball is low and away. Ooh, nice swing there. Foul ball down the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a lot behind that pitch, though. You can see how poked that off to the side. It was outside. It was tailing away from him, but he was also looked to be quite a ways behind that pitch. So let's see what we get here for the next pitch. Going to be a fastball. And it's a nice ground ball right to the shortstop, who is safe. He is safe at first on a bobbled ground ball. So Kieran gets on, like I said, any way possible. In this case, it's going to be on with the help of a bobble from the shortstop. But whatever, that's all that matters here. So Jabril, one job, get on base. We can't score 3 runs if our boys don't get on. They got to get on. Kieran's going to steal second. Oh, and they tagged him on the top of the head and got him out. Calls him out with a tag on the helmet. So that's unfortunate there. So Jabril now will bat with, I think, a 1 strike and base is empty. So that was just a really, really good throw from the catcher and a nice tag from the shortstop there. So good baseball by the Hounds here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike. So here with all the motivation in the world to have a big strike zone to send us all home early. Jackrabbits are going to have to fight through that. And we have Joe in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's 2 down. If Jackrabbits are going to win this game, it is going to look like a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. 2-out rallies, score 3 runs. Not impossible. Definitely been done before, but gonna be a big lift for our boys. And the Jackrabbits now, all hope is on Joe to get on base. And he's going to take that first pitch, 64 outside. And the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 64 right at the shoulders. Jorge in the on-deck circle, and he'll be up once Joe gets on base. .64 outside. So hard it was kind of pulling the catcher. Ooh, Joe pulls away for ball 3. By the way, shout out to Coach Hunter, who's not here tonight, but my understanding is that Coach Hunter's got some tests tomorrow, so he had to study. So good luck, Coach, on your test tomorrow. We'll see you at practice tomorrow afternoon. And a ground ball, but right to the second baseman, who lets the ball eat him up a little bit, and that ball will go into right center field. So on a gift from the second baseman, Joe will take first. So ladies and gentlemen, we are still in business. Heart of the order, 2, 3, 4 now coming due up with Jorge and Gianni. When those boys get on, it'll be Teddy. So let's see if Joe goes here. Can the Hounds do it again? We don't know because Joe didn't go. Jorge now will take strike 1. Not sure if he thought he was going or just didn't like that pitch. Jorge with a big right center, if he can put the ball into right center. Instead, he hits the ball to the shortstop, who picks it up and steps on the base to end the inning and the game. Well played by both boys. A well-earned win by the Hounds and a loss by the Jackrabbits there to in the second game, but so much better than the first game. So I think the boys should hold their heads up high, and we'll see them offer each other some congrats here across the middle of the field. From your broadcasting team, that's Keith on the scoreboard, that's Mike on the mic, and of course we love the backup help we get from Mark on the rules and others. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Vamos Liebres. We will see you, barring Mother Nature messing things up, we will see you Saturday at 8 a.m. Mountain Time.